Welcome to the markavis.org channel. My name is Mark Avis. Whether you're from the US, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, or Canada, many of you will have noticed the growing instability in the world. Internally, the instability comes from the ideology of wokeism. Wokeism is an extremist and evil ideology, and it's tearing us apart. The followers of wokeism are challenging key foundations of liberalism, such as free speech, equality and due process under the law, equality of opportunity, and of course capitalism. Wokeism is a movement that's racist, divisive, and authoritarian. Most worryingly, it seems our politicians and leaders are mostly unwilling to openly challenge wokeism, and many might even be said to be cowering in the face of the challenge it presents. Closely linked to wokeism is an extremist, environmentalist ideology that's steadily undermining the competitive foundations of economies across the West. Again, politicians seem afraid to challenge the ideology and are failing to push back on ever more extreme policy demands. If environmental extremism continues to hold sway, we will wash away any competitive advantages we may still hold and will fall into economic decline. On top of the economic challenges of environmentalism, new economic theories adopted by central banks and governments present very real risks. In particular, there now appears to be a belief that the solution to any economic headwind is for governments to borrow and spend newly printed money. The use of the policy in response to the economic fallout of the pandemic has only grown, as have the risks. Externally, we see China becoming ever more aggressive. The South China Sea is just one potential flashpoint for conflict, and China and Russia seem to be moving closer together. China, especially if allied with Russia, represents the most significant threat to the liberal democracies since the Cold War, and I would argue may prove to be a greater threat even than the Soviet Union. My aim for this channel is to add another voice to help raise awareness of the challenges which we now face, and I hope to present some solutions to the challenges and a positive vision. Above all, my aim is to speak out for the classical liberal values that I hold dear. Those values provided the foundations for the most amazing and wonderful societies that the world has ever seen. We've started to take for granted what we have and are forgetting the values that allowed for our societies to exist and to thrive. It's time to recognize that classical liberal values that built our world are worth defending. If you're from New Zealand, Australia, Canada, the UK or US, and feel you would like to have your voice heard, I'm looking for contributors to this channel and the markavis.org website. If you hold to classical liberal values and think you can produce interesting content, then take a look at the link below, which provides the details about becoming a contributor. There is only one way to improve the current situation, and that is to speak out. Make your voice heard. Too many of us are too quiet. The classical liberalism that built the world around us is worth defending, and I hope that you will join me in speaking out.